It's time to keep things simple. Running, a plan, marching orders from the coach. No, stay there. Hi, Spank. Stay there.
Doesn't matter if the sun goes down.
Wow, it's early. You know, I started putting my clothing out the night before a few years ago just to take one of the obstacles out of training. I think I'm a lot like the rest of you. If I can find an excuse not to do it, I'm not going to do it. Running is not easy. And in fact, I put my clothing out 2 days ago and I had to delay this training run because of Tropical Storm Nestor. I wasn't going to run in a deluge. We got 4 inches of rain. It has been only 8 weeks since my doctor allowed me to start training on my broken foot. The healing is still ongoing. It's been 16 weeks for those of you following the RunDisney training plan, and that means T-minus 13 weeks and counting until the Walt Disney World Marathon weekend. Now, it will be 12 weeks by the time you see this because my focus has been on working on a wine and dine race recap to get everybody motivated. But if we are following this week's plan, you've got 2 maintenance runs, you've got a 7-mile walk as part of the challenge, and you have a 17-mile training run. Quite the distance. Now, I'm going to be doing something a bit different. My coach and friend Karen Blankenship, who you all met last week, a sometime athlete, she asked me putting in 3 hours of duration because we just wanted to put time on this foot. Last time you got a chance to meet her, this time she's going to talk some specifics about following a plan, about going the distance, about finally crossing that finish line. Before I can do that, though, I've got to get this training run started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Workout started.
You are my pill, I swallow it. Take me away to Neverland, where colors fade my disbelief and make me forget my memories. Rent a car you can't afford, put on a song that we both know, let your hair out in the wind.
Okay, let's get this run timer started.
Flame your lighter, take a smoke. Put your broken rip-off wafers on. Doesn't matter if the sun goes down. We'll still be up, still be up. Don't care about the place we found. We'll still be up, still be up. We're in this together. We both fall down. Doesn't matter if the sun goes up, 'cause we will still be high when the lights out.
Time 7 minutes and 20 seconds.
There's been some interesting conversations that I've been following along around what makes a